Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, going to be working on the heater core for the Valiant again. And I got some new parts here we'll go over in a second. But plan is go ahead and take this heater core out. There's some still some leaves behind it. Test it. I didn't want to replace it. I feel like this unit's going to be good, and replacement units nowadays are pretty cheap. So I didn't want to put a $80 unit in it that might fail soon. So I don't know. I just trust this one. So I'm going to take that out, clean it, and we'll pressure test it. Have a little cap here so I can cap one side off, test the other side. And as far as new stuff, got some Detroit muscle parts here. This is the vents for the dash. And then the hose, the vent kit. And as you can see, the vent kit, these are 2.5-inch hoses. And then you have reducers to reduce it down to 2.25 and 2-inch there. Also went ahead and got the cowl vent seal there, so that'll go on top there. And also the windshield wiper kit. It was only like 10 bucks, so I went ahead and got this. The windshield wipers on these cars are up on the cowl, and if you look under the dash, it goes right into the car. So if these start to leak, then that's going to put water right into the cabin of the car. Don't want that, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace those, since I had already made an order and they were cheap. So yeah. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and take this heater core out, clean out behind it, and also pressure test this thing real quick. Looks like we have 4 screws here. And then I've already taken the screw out there. Then you have another screw there. And also going back together with this thing, I'll show you guys everything on it. But just want to get this out first, and then we'll go over some of the parts and pieces and how we're going back together with all of our clips and stuff here. Okay, so my last video, remember I didn't have high speed whenever the box was in the car on my fan. So here I have my power probe. Love this thing. I have the ground hooked up, so I just connect the circuit by using the power button there. And you have 2 different little prongs there, little connectors. Hold on a second. Okay, so you can see I have 2 connectors up here. And I'll show you that I have low speed. Oh, just blew out all that stuff. There's low. Turn that off. Actually, that was high. That's low. That's high. So I have a switch issue on the inside that I need to look at later. But let's go ahead and test that heater core. Well, this is about the best I could come up with. You can hear, used a funnel and put some water in here. You can hear there's water in it. Until I get it back in the car, it's about the best I'm going to be able to do. Then I'll pressure test it once I get it back in the car. So let's go ahead and put it back together. No leaks. Water in a funnel. So the best method I found so far using a flathead screwdriver, it's kind of hard to show you here, but I'm gonna put it right at the bottom of the clip on, and then you're gonna pry down to open the clip up and then push it on. Let's see if I can show you here. Just like that. So what that does is you're prying open the clip while pushing it over. And that seems to be the best method. Got a few more. Got it back together, and I just wanted to run through the blend doors and everything with you on this. Here we have where the defrost and just the foot door is. This one blocks the fan completely from blowing the air out this side, and then this is your door for your heater, so you can bypass the heater or go through the heater core there. And then fresh air door here. Let me spin it around real quick. So here's a look at the top. See your blower motor resistor there, and blower motor. You can see this stuff is it's like a fiberglass type material. This is cardboard, so just be real careful with this unit. Here's where your cables hook up. You have these little clips. Little clip goes like that and clips the cables in. You won't be able to see that underneath the dash. Here are the little clips that hold the cable onto the doors, and that just pushes on. I usually use a socket, just like a, I don't know, 7mm socket. Probably push that right on there. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing up underneath the car, or up underneath the dash, sorry. And it's going to be 4 bolts to install it. Make sure that goes through the firewall good. Make sure I don't pinch off my ground wire here. Put that right there. Be good to go. Almost forgot my seal. 2-sided tape, sticks on. I think that was like 10 bucks or something. So now I can get up under there and install it. Hopefully you guys have a good view, but as you can see here, here's one of my cables has a yellow piece of tape on it. This one has red, this one also has yellow. That was done from the factory. So what I did is before I took it out, I just took a picture of them, see where they went, remember where they went. Here's my wire for my blower motor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hook that up, it's right there. And I'm going to put it in there before I hook these cables up, I think. Actually, might just go ahead and put them on. Yep, I think I'm gonna put the cables on before I set the box up in there. They look long enough. Cables are hooked back up, have the clips on, and the wire retainer, the cable retainer. So all those are done. The wire for the blower is hooked up. Just have the ground wire still hanging down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this box back up in there. Looks like we have a clip right here that holds that box up in there. So just push that in, it should spring back, and then let go and grab the inside of the cowl up there. Well, my 2-sided tape wasn't sticking here, so I went with the super weather strip adhesive, and just letting that dry a little bit. Also, this bar right here, I loosened it, that way I can install the box, clip it up over the inside of the cowl, and then tighten it back down. But I'm gonna let this adhesive dry a little bit and push this thing up into the hole. Heater box is in, and all those bolts are tight on the outside. Also have that arm hooked into the cowl, and that is tight. So now I have my little vents up here. My new vents, they came with nuts, but I'm not gonna put them on right now. I'm gonna drop these in and put the hose on them, and then I'll put the clips on later after I paint them or something, I don't know. But for now, I'm just gonna pop them in. They're snug. So even without the nuts on the back, those things went in super tight. They are not gonna come back out. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna get the hoses now. Okay, so the hoses, they're supposed to be different sizes. They look the same. They say in the package, like when you buy it, one's 18, one's 22. I don't know. But these are the reducers, and they are supposed to go in there. So that looks like fun. I'm gonna work on that for a little while. Probably be dark when I get done. Went ahead and got the hoses hooked up here, and got the longer one on the bottom. I'm gonna run it to the driver's side. Shorter one, gonna run it over here to the passenger side. I don't know if that's correct or not, but when I got the car, everything was deteriorated and gone, so I don't know how it's supposed to be routed. That's how I'm gonna do it. But honestly, I got up under there a little bit. I've been messing with it. They're really a pain to get in, so I'm gonna opt to go edit the video, have a cold drink, and I'll mess with these tomorrow. The vent, you can't hook them to the vent and then put the vent in. The vent diameter is the same exact size as the hole going into the dash, so you can't hook it up before it goes in. So it has to be put on down from the bottom. You can get to it from the glove box because I have the thing out right there. It's still just giving me a little bit of a fit, so I'm going to hold off until tomorrow on that. Went ahead and vacuumed it out the inside, and you can see here, box is back in there. Well, I hope you guys learned something from me doing this. Real quick, a couple of key takeaways that I learned. That rod that's in there, go ahead and take the screw loose from the bottom. Take that loose whenever you're going to take your box out or put it back in, whatever you're doing. And then on the outside, like I said before, you only have 4 screws that are holding that box in, plus that rod. So there's that. Also, take a picture of your cables before you take everything apart. Can't get it, you can't see it through here, but I took some pictures of the box, my wire routing, my cable routing, and all that before I took it out. Just good practice. So that's gonna do it for me tonight. It's time to go clean the house and eat dinner. So okay, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Tomorrow I will hook up those hoses. I also have the heater hose and some clamps. So what I'm gonna need to do, hook up 2 hoses. I have to take my plug out there and install a fitting, and then on the other side where I have this nipple cover or whatever you want to call it, have to remove that. So I have a hose coming from there, hose coming from there, running straight back to the heater core. And that'll do what I need it to do. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for me. If you guys are working on your cars and your projects, hit me up on Instagram, show me some pictures of what you're working on. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that over here. If you want to watch more videos on the Valiant, do that over here. And I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed this. You guys are great. Thanks.